Hey y'all, it's January, so why not some chili? Plant-based, whole food, oil-free, yummy, yummy chili. Oh yeah, and it's dump and go in the Instant Pot. How quick and easy is this? Why I shall that? Okay. So what we're gonna start with is a half a cup. Okay, y'all, so let's get started on our plant-based, whole food, oil-free chili. Okay, so what I have in our Instant Pot, this is kind of a dump and go recipe, is 1 pound of our ground beef substitute. Of course, it's not actually a pound, it's about 2 cups. So, see, 2 cups. Looks just like ground beef, doesn't it? Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna use our saute option on our Instant Pot. If you don't have an Instant Pot, shame on you. You should get one. They change your life. You can do this in a skillet if you're going to do it the old school way. So turn it on saute. And I actually, you know, there's like less, more, and normal on the saute. I actually put it on the less because it gets super hot, or at least mine does. And I like to have more control. So to this, there's a lot of ingredients. Don't be intimidated by it. A little side note, Steve used to compete in chili competitions, cook-offs, and one time he entered one and there was like, I don't know, 300 contestants-ish? Oh, 150. So it's kind of turning into a big fish story apparently. Anyways, about 150 contestants, and he won 2nd place and won a great big trophy. I don't know where it's at now. And Bean, our youngest daughter, was like 7 at the time, and she took a bite and said, Daddy, you really did deserve 2nd place. Ha ha ha. In her mind, it was a compliment, not that you suck, you deserve 2nd. Anyway, sorry, side note. To the ground beef, we're going to add half of our seasonings to really incorporate the flavor into our ground beef. So in here, we have a tablespoon of onion powder, a tablespoon of garlic powder, a heaping tablespoon of cumin, a teaspoon of salt, that's kind of to taste, a teaspoon of the mushroom powder, because remember that gives us our really beefy flavor, and then a teaspoon of black pepper, again, that's kind of to taste, and then a 1/4 of a teaspoon of red pepper flakes, again, kind of to taste. If it was Steve, he would make it way more spicy. It's not Steve, it's Christy, so we're going to make it my way. Anyway, so you're going to add about half of the seasoning. And then in here is, oh wait, this is the mushroom powder. Sorry, add about half. And this is the cumin. And then in here we have a 1/4 of a teaspoon of a teaspoon of Worcestershire sauce, a 1/4 of a teaspoon of liquid. He's correcting me. It's an 1/8 of a teaspoon of liquid smoke, not a 1/4 of a teaspoon of liquid smoke. He's like the producer Offset, you know, that you hear every now and then. So anyways, we're only going to cook this, ooh, it smells so good. We're only going to cook this about like 3 to 4 minutes, just to kind of really get the beefiness going. You can add, forgot this part, a little bit of vegetable stock, about a half. My Offset producer has reminded me of his recipe. It's funny. So it's an 1/8 of a cup of nutritional yeast. We're going to use about half of that right now. And then we have, it seems like a lot, but it's a 1/4 of a cup of a 1/4 heaping cup of chili powder. And we're just going to add about half of it. When Steve makes this, when he competes, and he makes like a 2-pound batch, he actually uses a whole little thing of chili powder, a lot. Traditionally, in like traditional chili, it doesn't have any what they call floaters. Little trivia for y'all if you ever compete. It's literally just meat and gravy and no tomatoes, which is weird, right? Okay. And no beans, because beans are a floater. So anyways, we're going to get this cooking. It smells so good. And maybe I can kind of show y'all what it's starting to look like. See, it looks like ground beef. Smells delicious. So now we are going to turn this puppy off, and we're going to add all of our rest of the ingredients to make it truly a dump and go. Hey, see, will you fill this up to a cup of vegetable stock for me? Okay. So now we're going to add the rest of our nutritional yeast, the rest of our chili powder, all of the chili powder, the rest of our mushroom powder, our cumin, our salt, pepper, onion powder, garlic powder, chili flakes. All of that goes into the pot to get happy. This is like one medium green bell pepper diced or cubed. You watched yesterday's video. One medium sweet potato that's been cubed and peeled. I think that goes without saying. This is one medium onion diced. These are our floaters. 1 cup of vegetable broth. And then all of our cans. So it is 2 cans of diced tomatoes. No, this is good diced tomatoes. We use fire roasted. I've told y'all that before. Not drained. 2 cans of black beans, undrained. Move my trash can over here to make it easier for me, and I forgot I did it. 2 cans of kidney beans, undrained. And 1 can of just tomato paste, undrained. Sorry, I'm gonna roll with that one. A small can, not a big can. You know, the normal size. I think the hardest thing for us to learn when we started using our Instapot was the beauty of the dump and go of it. Because you really can just dump it and go, and dinner is ready fast on nights that maybe you didn't plan ahead or whatever. But you can't taste as you go, and we're kind of a taster as you goer. And so that was kind of hard for us to kind of get used to. I don't know, maybe just us. You have to trust your recipe. Trust my recipe. Actually, it's not mine, it's Steve's, so if you don't like it, it's his fault. So we're going to mix that up. Now the beans, because they're canned, they're not dried, they won't take long. Really what you're doing is kind of infusing the flavor into everything and cooking those sweet potatoes is really all we're doing with the Instapot, because everything else is cooked and soft and we're warming it up. So we're going to put our lid on it. Fun noise, isn't it? And we're going to do manual. And we're only going to do like 8 minutes and let the steam release naturally for a few minutes. And then we'll check those sweet potatoes. And hopefully I diced them small enough that 8 minutes is enough. So we will see y'all soon with some yummy chili. So anyways, we've let the steam release naturally for a while. There's no more steam left in it. And now, let's taste it. It looks delicious and it smells even better. Question is, are the sweet potatoes cooked? To be honest, I've had this Instapot a hot minute and I use it a lot. And so maybe it's dying on me. Hot. It's so hot, but it's done. And it's delicious. So, actually, let me grab a little spoon so I can get a taste of the gravy, the broth more. It's really good. I think your dump and go Instapot, plant-based, whole food, oil-free chili, and it is divine. So, like and share and try the recipes, ring our bell, and y'all, we are so close to 100 subscribers, and that's a big deal with YouTube. I didn't know until today how big of a deal it was. This whole YouTube thing was birthed. We did not set out to do this. It was birthed because of people on my personal Facebook and my Instagram, when I would post pictures, would ask, well, what are you eating? And what are your recipes? And so that's how this whole thing was birthed. But now that we're so close to like an amazing threshold, you can't help but get excited about it. We're almost to 100. So please subscribe and have your friends subscribe. And we are so thankful for everybody. And be blessed.